Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the webinar, Music for Health and Happiness. The purpose of today's meeting is I wanted to initiate a conversation about music and the important role that it has in our everyday lives, and specifically the many ways that music impacts our health and happiness. I recently read an article about how singing lifts spirits, and this got me thinking. I'd like to propose that music in general lifts spirits, and it helps us in a lot of ways, whether we're listening to music or making music by playing an instrument or by singing. And when I do an inquiry of any sort, I come up with all these questions, and it kind of keeps me focused in a particular format. And these are the questions I address here. Who, what, when, where, etc. Who listens to music?
Definitely.
Clicked off of you. You listen to music? Who else listens to music?
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, my next question is, well, what is music? Oxford tells us the art of combining vocal or instrumental sounds or both to produce beauty of form, harmony, and expression of emotion. When you think of music, what are the first three words that come to your mind? What are the first three words that come to your mind when you
I
think
would
of it?
say enjoyment, relaxation, and happiness. Those
Awesome.
are the first three. Yeah.
Thank
that
you,
I would think
Joyce.
of. You're welcome.
Thank you. Next. Someone else?
I'll go. I think of peacefulness, calm, and, well, depending on the kind of music, and energy.
Energy. Nice. Other reactions to that? Other words that come to your mind?
Avoid silence.
Say again, Maritza?
Avoid silence. When I am at the home by myself, I like to listen to music because
Yes.
I feel lonely if I don't have music.
Ah, so it keeps you company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very good. Any other thoughts?
I would say like emotional like expression. If you're sad, you can listen to sad music. If you're happy, you can listen to happy music. Or maybe you want to do it the other way around. If you're if you're sad, you listen to happy music to make you happy.
Yeah. It's certainly, for me, it's memories. Whenever I hear particular pieces of music from years past, it evokes a particular memory. Sometimes it makes me sad because of the days past or people who've passed in my life. Or like you were saying, Danielle, it could make me very happy, cheerful, dancing. I think of dance and movement when I think of music. The other question I
was thinking about being transported, similar to what you said, transported to either an area of Zen or energy or relaxation, maybe a memory, but it takes you to a different moment in life and sort of removes you from the situation that you might be in at that current time.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Thank you. Another question I came up with was, well, when was music invented and by whom? When and by whom did this all start, this whole thing about music? And this is when I really, by the way, this is when my research, I really started to get into trouble, because the more research I did, the more I inquired, the more I learned that I didn't know. It got into a bigger and bigger conversation. and there were so many different, zillions of theories about who invented music and when it started. The ancient Greek philosophers, Pythagoras, believed that music was delegated to mathematical laws of harmony as the mechanics of the cosmos, evolving into idea known as the music of the spheres. They focused on the mathematics and the acoustical science of sound and music. They developed tuning systems and harmonic principles that focused on integers and ratios. No surprise, that's what I think of when I think of Pythagorean, the Pythagorean theory in mathematics. And then there are other theories, biblical theories, ranging from King David playing the first King David picture. He was playing the flute. Here he's playing the harp. Then there are Greek mythology theories, if you believe in such, that Apollo is the god of music and healing, among other things. Then there are the medieval theories, the sound of ancient day blacksmiths hitting their hammers on different surfaces and making sounds. Musical theory goes back into the Neanderthal age. This bone flute is said to be 43,000 years old. It's controversial because some people think it's nothing more than puncture wounds left by a large carnivore that chewed on a bone. But other scientists believe that this is one of the first ancient musical instruments. The theory that I really like is this one, the 13th century composer who says that music comes from the word moisica or mois, which means water. When water falls from rain on different surfaces, whether it's falling on rooftops or stones or land or other waters, rivers or lakes, how water sounds when it's falling on leaves. It produces different sounds. In conclusion, the more I research, the more I realize we're never going to know the origin of music and who actually invented it or why, but we do know it's been around for hundreds of thousands of years, probably since the beginning of mankind. Next question I think about is, well, where is music? Well, it's everywhere. Crosses languages and cultures. We know that many cultures use music at significant milestones, such as funerals, weddings, the birth of a child, homecomings from war, or for many other recreational or social gatherings. I can't help but think about how much music is impacting our planning for your wedding, Olivia, and how huge of a role that is in planning your wedding. Next question I had was, well, why do we even have it? Why do we have music? Some say music's purpose is to express and modulate. That is, it is intended to change emotion. Its primary use is mood control. We talked about that a little earlier. We sing lullabies to soothe our babies. Music works very well when language fails. We listen to loud, fast music at sporting events. It gets us excited. It affects our emotions. We listen to sad songs, and then perhaps our moods would decline. When we listen to happy songs, we tend to feel happier. Some say music is a basic need of human survival. It's one of the ways we make sense of our lives, in which we express our feelings when we have no words. It's a way for us to understand things with our hearts when we can't with our minds. Some neuroscientists say that humans need the patterns that are inherent in the sounds of music And there are countless studies analyzing the cerebral cortex, countless zillions of studies about how crucial music is to human existence. How does music affect our health? Well, we know that music has many healthful benefits. It helps us to relax, especially if we're worried about something. Some psychotic treatments use music to reduce anxiety. I tell people to listen to their favorite music on their way to an interview to help them relax. Some medical practices and hospitals are using music to help alleviate or soothe physical pain after surgery or during or after cancer treatments. Listening to music boosts immunity, lowers blood pressure, improves overall physical health. Some say listening to music even boosts creativity. Music has tremendous effect on our psychology, our moods. How many of us dance around when we hear a wonderful song that we love? Let me hear that. Let me hear you respond to that. Who dances when you hear music that you love?
I do.
I do.
Yes,
I do.
we do.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of us move when we hear music that we really connect with.
I was going to add to that too, that so many people say without music, they don't have the motivation to work out or move.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It actually helps you to exercise. Yes.
In fact, if you go to a gym or a spin class or any type of exercise class, the main sort of draw to some people is the music and the loudness and the motivation that exciting music or that beat gives to them during their workout.
Yeah. You're actually reminding me too, Olivia, there's no greater sound when you're shopping. When I'm in a retail store, whether I'm in ShopRite or in a dress shop, when I hear fabulous music, it makes me want to, you've seen me dance and sing in stores, Olivia. It just keeps you excited. Maybe makes me want to buy more
Absolutely.
things.
There's a lot of
Even in marketing, if you listen to a commercial, Alex and I are constantly singing songs that we hear in commercials. And if you think about it, it's all marketing, right? If you're singing that song, maybe you're more likely to actually purchase that product or service.
Yeah. Yes.
there's a lot of research. I was a marketing major, so I actually studied this, and there's a lot of research that goes into the music that's played while you're in the supermarket or in the store, because you'll notice at different times of the day, it's different kinds of music. So after work, the music is kind of peppy because they know people are tired and they want to, keep them engaged. But on the weekends, the music is a little slower sometimes because people are strolling and they want them to stay in the store. So depending on the type of day, they play different kinds of music. And also, the demographic that they expect to shop at a certain time of day. So, like if older elderly people shop at a certain time, they might play more of the oldies music and so on.
Awesome. That's very, very true. Thank you for reminding me about all of that, Maria. I actually want to move into this whole notion of singing, because that's what started me on this whole musical inquiry in the first place. So reading that article I told you about. And I love to talk about singing because I love to sing as a way to connect and share and even when I'm alone, I love to sing. It's very prayerful for me oftentimes, but it's also free and available to every one of us. At any point, wherever we go, wherever we're at, we're always, we always have singing available to us. As long as we're physically structured, if we're human beings, we are capable of singing. I shared with you before, this was proven to me in a course I did many years ago where, this was after college. the whole purpose of this course was to remind us that the human organism is a musical instrument. We are a full-fledged instrument in and of ourselves without any other training. This instructor took us through a series of meditations, and we sang notes at the very, very bottom end of the scale up to the highest notes imaginable that we never dreamed. A mixture of old and young students in this class, and we all sang all of those notes. I was profoundly, forever impacted by learning that we're all capable of singing. Pretty astonishing to me. I love what Bob Marley said about singing, that one good thing about music is when it hits you, you feel no pain. And with singing, you always have that access. During the pandemic, with only partially open, most Americans still needing to keep their distance, many of us have felt alone. We needed something to boost our moods. People were singing from their balconies and rooftops. The rush of good feelings when hearing your favorite song is familiar to all of us, but when we're singing, it really shows community spirit. Musicians singing, live streaming from their own living rooms. It really was an opportunity to connect in a way that, especially during this pandemic, we weren't able to connect. We were so separated from each other. By singing, we take deep breaths. We activate those feel-good chemicals in our brain. The blood flows and mental alertness increases. The strength of our palate muscles and throat muscles gets stronger. We breathe better. We sleep better. Psychologists took MRI scans to determine what happens in the brain when people sing. She says, regardless of skill, our brains all react positively when we sing. There are parts of our brain that literally light up. During the pandemic, we've gone back to our roots to make those connections with each other. Releases the endorphins related to overall lifted feeling of happiness. In any situation, whether it's under stress or with any physical ailments or illness, music and singing has the potential to affect our bodies and minds. Singing in a group especially is that shared kind of community kind of connection that most of us human beings really need. It's a common pastime, but is singing also good for you? Physical, psychological benefits, releases those good hormones, oxytocin, decreases anxiety and stress, increases the feelings of trust and bonding, boosts immunity, lowers blood pressure. I better sing before my evening appointment tonight. Improves breathing, improves overall health and well-being, psychological benefits, that connecting with other people, decrease anxiety, promotes social bonding, and it improves happiness. My favorite place to sing is in the shower. The acoustics are phenomenal. Leads to longer life. One report concluded that singing promoted both better health and mental state, which led to higher life expectancy. Singing for children, all ages, benefits of singing for the elderly and for children. The point here is it's great for all ages. I want to share with you this fellow, Reggie Gatturo. He is an incredibly talented street musician. He travels the world and invites people to sing with him, just pretty arbitrary. He calls out people and he inquires with them how they feel after they sing with him. And I want to share a couple little videos with you. Here we go.
Anything, so you know, like wizard? Okay. So it's, I guess it's G sharp. All my Russians on YouTube. Привет, Katala. Levi Sky. What's the words? Sing it. It's that Coca-Cola.
Let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be.
That was so beautiful. All right. That's really good. Look at that. Wow. That's awesome. Thank you for singing with me, man. Don't you feel great? I feel fantastic. Wait, can you say it one more time for everyone to hear? How do you feel? I feel fantastic. Yes.
So I want you to notice the difference between how people look at the start of these little vignettes and how they look at the conclusion. So here's another one, train passengers on a typical Monday morning train. This is not Reggie in this one, but it's a different group.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to contribute to this train ride by saying thank you. Thank you for waking up so early this morning on this cold, wintry morning. Thank you for deciding to come out of your warm, cozy homes to make your way to work. Thank you for working to provide for your families, for your friends, for your futures. And so I warmly invite you to sing along to this magical song, because it's not what we have, it's what we enjoy that brings happiness. Got some lyrics here, I'm just going to hand them out. Feel free to take a few lyrics, pass it down. A few lyrics there, feel free to pass it down. Yeah, there's no pressure.
Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney tops and away. You'll find your somewhere over the rainbow. Let's fly over the rainbow. Fly, oh, fly. trouble melts like lemon drops. High above the chimney tops, that's where you'll find me. Oh, somewhere over the
How did you feel just watching how those people felt?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
It changed the whole mood of the bus.
Yeah.
Now I've got one more to show you.
So, what do you?
Aesthetics. You never heard this, okay?
Okay, so what kind of music do you like? Like, who do you like?
Oh, I like soul. You want to play Ain't No Sunshine?
There we go, perfect.
I'm gonna start it like slow first.
Yeah,
All right.
great. It'd be in this key, like, ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Yeah, so.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. 'Cause ain't no sunshine when she's gone. And she's always gone to know anytime she goes away. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gonna stay. 'Cause ain't no sunshine when she's gone. But she's always gone to know. And anytime she goes away. And I know, 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 I know. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. He's
Thank you,
awesome.
thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
Listen to what he says
All right.
at the end here.
All right. Cool. So, great, man.
I
So,
never sang before, so like you, I
awesome.
like the idea, so I support that.
And I think you have a great voice too.
Thank you.
So what's your name?
Booty.
What was that?
B-U-D-I, Booty.
Okay, Booty. Okay, cool. Where
I
you
just
from?
followed your Instagram. So
Okay, great. So now that you sang, how do you feel?
I'm good. Yeah, I think I just like the idea of having, you know, just everybody's voice. You never know like what people's stories are and what they're doing right now, what they're feeling right now, especially where we at right now. So when I saw you coming up and asking people to sing, and it doesn't matter whether you have a good voice or not, I like that, you know, because it's like, yo, everybody's voice matters, you know, and we out here and, you know, we're trying to change the world, right? So
Exactly.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, bro. All right. Thank you, bro. Later. And make sure you hit me up so I can send you the video. Okay?
All right, I have one more for you folks. And this one, I want to invite us to sing along, to participate. Read this carefully and feel free to jump up and participate and sing along.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had
I'll be blind.
It's
It's gonna be a bright sunshine day.
It's gonna be bright.
Sunshiny day.
I think I can make it now. The pain
Pain is gone.
all of the bad feelings have
Have disappeared.
Here is that rainbow
I've been praying for.
It's gonna
Gonna be bright, bright, sunshiny day. You straight ahead.
I can see clearly now. The rain
Rain is gone. I can see it's my way. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunny day. Bright, sunshiny day. Bright, 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 sunshiny day. Sunshiny day.
That song is my my alarm in the
Yeah.
morning.
Is it?
One
Yeah.
of my favorites
It's
too.
been that way for a couple months. I've had it on my. I wake up to that. Alexa wakes me up to that.
Mhm.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I want to know, how are you feeling?
Good. It's a great song. It's a very soothing song.
I love that
Soothing.
song.
It's my second time that I listen it. My
Say
second,
again?
my second time that I listen that music, that song.
Ah!
I listened it before,
Oh, okay.
but I
Okay.
like it. I like it.
So, based on today's webinar, what new ways, if any, did you discover that music can make a difference, can impact your life or the lives of others around you? Did you notice anything? I can hear you, Olivia.
Okay, I was just thinking that I think with music, what I got out of those few videos that you showed was that music can really change somebody's outlook on their entire day. And it's important too to not take our lives necessarily so seriously. And even if we might feel embarrassed or not have the best singing voice, to encourage others and encourage ourselves to participate in those moments, because it might just change our day or somebody else's day for the best.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Any other thoughts, reactions?
I agree with what Olivia said. I think that music can change, can turn around a mood or someone else's mood. You know, I know for myself, I always just put music on when I'm not feeling, when I'm feeling a little down or whatever, and it always makes me feel better. I put on Earth, Wind, and Fire and Stevie Wonder, and
Yes.
I'm obsessed
those-
with Stevie Wonder lately. It's my thing.
Yeah, and Maria, you're reminding me how timeless really good music is.
Mhm.
Those pieces that stay with us forever. And that's, for me, that's what constitutes really good music, is that it stands the test of time.
I think it's contagious, just like a laughter. Music, if it's happy music, can make other people happy. If you play happy music, other people maybe get good emotions off of you.
Oh my gosh, that's such a great word to associate with music, contagious. It's a better way to think about the word contagious these days too.
It's like one of those
Ralph.
with a child's laughter. You can't not laugh when you hear children laughing. I feel the same way with music. If you hear good music, you can't help but feel that good energy off of it.
I want to thank you all so very much for your patience and participation, and enjoy your afternoon and put on some fabulous tunes, or better yet, sing your own fabulous tune. Take it with you. All right, folks.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.